All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're talking about a massive shift happening in supply chain planning, and it's all being driven by a new kind of AI. Seriously, this isn't just some minor software update, it's a total reimagining of what a planner does, moving from a reactive operator to a true strategic architect. This slide just nails the journey we're talking about, right? From what we're calling Planning 2.0 to 3.0. Over on the left, you see the reality for so many planners today. You're a data janitor, you're a firefighter constantly reacting. But on the right, that's the future. You're proactive, you're strategic, and get this, you're managing the AI strategy, not just getting buried in spreadsheets.
So, to really get why this is such a game changer, let's first dig into the daily struggle, the dilemma that so many supply chain pros are living and breathing every single day.
Look, planners are the experts. You know the business inside and out. But even with these massive, powerful ERP systems like SAP or Oracle, you're often stuck in this reactive loop. Your days are just spent wrestling with data in spreadsheets, trying to get forecasts to line up, and putting out fires long after they've started. It's just a constant, stressful cycle.
But what if you could just break that cycle? A new kind of AI is showing up, and it's not just about making things a little bit better. We're talking about fundamentally changing the entire game of planning.
And this is where it gets really interesting. It's called agentic AI, and we're not just talking about automating a few simple tasks here. This is a giant leap forward. We're talking about AI agents that can actually help orchestrate the whole end-to-end planning process, right across the entire company.
You know, Lori Harner from SAP puts it perfectly. She says this new wave of AI is all about doing. It's not just an analyst spitting out numbers. It's an active partner in the process. This idea of humans and AI agents working together, wow, it has the potential to make the entire organization way smarter and way more agile.
Now here's something that's absolutely crucial to understand. Making this happen isn't just about plugging in some new AI. The technology itself, that's really only one piece of the puzzle.
Harner breaks it down into 3 pillars you have to get right. First, you need a rock-solid data foundation, a single, clean source of truth. No more silos. Second, you need the right business applications that can actually use that data. The AI, that's the third pillar. It's the brains of the operation, but it's only as good as the data and the tools it has to work with.
Okay, so that all sounds great in theory, right? But here's the million-dollar question. How do you actually bring these 3 pillars together without having to rip and replace the trusted systems you've been using for years?
The answer is an intelligent orchestration layer that sits on top of your existing systems and just supercharges them. Think of it like a planning in a box. It's this powerful engine that connects the dots between your data, your intelligence, and your actions, making everything you already have work better together. It's like the brain that connects all the limbs of your operation.
So how does this engine work? Well, it all starts with that data foundation. Let's call the pieces of this platform the Pi stack for planning intelligence. The first layer, Pi Unify. Its whole job is to connect to all your different systems, your ERPs, your CRMs, you name it, and pull all that data together into one single source of truth. Just like that, the data silos start to disappear.
Next up is Pi Semantic, and this is where the magic really starts to happen. It takes all that unified data and builds a dynamic digital twin of your supply chain. And I mean, this is way more than just a pile of data. It's a living, breathing model that actually understands how everything in your business is connected, letting you run what-if scenarios in real time.
And this right here, this brings us to that third pillar in action, Pi Decision. This is the agentic AI layer. These AI agents are watching that digital twin 24/7, making recommendations and even executing decisions on their own. This is where insights finally become real, tangible actions.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. All this automation sounds great, but what about control? What about trust? That's where PiShield comes in. It provides all the security, the governance, the full traceability you need. It makes sure every single automated decision is safe, transparent, and accountable. That's how you build trust at an enterprise scale.
Okay, so what does this all add up to? Well, the impact is huge, and it's fast. We're not talking about tiny little improvements. Businesses using this kind of integrated approach are seeing a 20 to 50% reduction in inventory costs. That's massive.
And it goes way beyond just saving money. It's about becoming incredibly agile. Decisions that used to take days or even weeks of number crunching can now be made 10 times faster. I mean, think about what that means for your ability to respond to the market.
And maybe the most incredible part? Check this out. This isn't some multi-year, boil-the-ocean kind of project. With the right approach, companies are seeing real, measurable value in as little as 4 weeks. 4 weeks! That's a game changer! So, we've talked about the tech, the data, and the pretty amazing results. But now, let's bring it back to the people, because this technology totally transforms the role of the planner and their entire team. The planner is literally elevated from that reactive operator to a strategic curator. So instead of spending all your time hunting for data, you're asking AI agents questions in plain English. You're managing the AI's overall strategy and focusing your brainpower on the really important exceptions. You're finally free from the how, so you can focus on the what and the why.
And with this shift, teams are cutting their manual planning work by 60 to 80%. That's huge. It means you can finally move from firefighting to architecting the future. And maybe most importantly, you start turning insights into actual execution, not just building another dashboard that nobody looks at.
And look, this isn't just some theory. Companies are seeing these results right now. Take John Prendergast at Levi Strauss & Co. He's talking about a project saving his team over 1,000 hours of manual work every single year. That's time they get back to focus on what really matters.
Okay, this all sounds pretty promising. I get it. But the big question is always, how do you get started? How does a company actually begin this journey without all the fear and risk that comes with those giant, scary AI projects?
The key is to think big, but start small and scale fast. The proven way to do this is with a 4-week pilot. You pick one single high-impact problem and you prove the value using your own live data. Once you see that clear ROI, you can get it into full production in just a few months. It's all about getting quick, measurable wins, not taking some huge long-term gamble.
And that really brings us to the final bottom line question. A whole new era of supply chain planning is here. It's powered by agentic AI, and the technology is ready to partner up with your team. So the only question left is this: is your team going to keep fighting fires, or are they going to start architecting the future?